Cultural icon Frank Norville was laid to rest on the weekend. His was a send-off befitting the life he lived.
We can be justly proud, all the Franks and the others who gone, because of the seeds that they have sown. Their lives have not been wasted. Even if they pass on from this realm, their contribution continues. You know, there was a time when people felt, narrow-minded, myopic, insular people speak like that. People who don't understand the power of the language, they speak like that. But we who know better, we who know the power of the Spirit, we know that we are gathered here, and we are gathered here because of people like Harry Simmons. Yes, Harry's gone. Yes, but the seeds is sown. Those are the seeds that blossom. And today we can continue because of people like him. And tomorrow we will say, the seeds have gone because of people like Frank Norville.
I remember asking him, Frank, has any documentary been done about you and your life and your contribution to St. Lucia's culture? You know the answer. No. No! Three days later, I visited Frank at the Tapia Hospital. So I braced inside of there and asked him, "That's a Koshuvala." From Pawi, he didn't laugh. I say, "Oh, this thing's serious." We spoke, but Frank was very hesitant. I went back the next day to assure myself that Frank was. He never spoke. That day, he never spoke again.
I think it's a sad day for St. Lucia. St. Lucians realize the icon we have lost, you know what I mean, and Frank Norville have contributed, you know what I mean. Poor Mune keep a fed set lissy, you know what I mean. Frank came to St. Lucia as a little boy, 5-6 years, you know, and to understand Creole, you know what I mean, and you know, like Frank understood Creole and to speak it and to understand the music of the country. I mean, that is an achievement. And people that born right here in St. Lucia have not appreciated our culture as Frank Norville did. You know what I mean? And Frank has served this country well.
I think today was a fitting tribute to Frank. Frank has always been this person, as a personal friend of his. I've had the opportunity to talk to him, and he's always said to me, "Tony, when I die, I don't want any of this solemnity. I want people to remember me as a happy person, a fun person, somebody who loves his country, who loves the culture, who loves the arts." And I'd like to go that way. And I think today's celebration, from the church service down to the little reception that was held afterward, I think Frank would have said, "Bravo, bravo, well done."
Well, as I indicated, the send-off we had today was, by all means and by all measures, very appropriate given the sort of person he was, what he was into in terms of culture. Everybody who knows my dad, Frank Norville, he's always been a very jovial person, very light-hearted, and culture as we know it is what he's always been into. I think nothing else would have been better and good enough to send him off in the way that he needed to be.
Meantime, Gandalf Sinclair, who worked many years alongside Frank Norville, minced no words in describing the current cultural landscape. Sinclair was an employee of the Cultural Development Foundation before its rebranding exercise. The poet and writer spoke to the ill treatment meted out to the arts community and its leaders while delivering the eulogy at Frank Norville's funeral.
The young eager Turks were waiting gleefully in the wings with acidic appetite to take over under a new dispensation in what we now call rebranding, where mock interviews are conducted, renovated buildings implanted, and imposing new logos blessed with alcoholic and economic thermometers graduated in degrees at exaggerated expense on the meager national income. This behavior constitutes a very disturbing disposition which has become a phenomenal norm, beginning with Harold Simmons, Roderick Walcott, Sixtus Charles, Jakes Compton, among others. And they are the living who have been persecuted similarly. As usual in St. Lucia today, we have two offices for cultural administration. Yon do good, yon do me.